Gone are the days of the film photographer when you would take a couple of rolls of pictures, 100 pictures, take them down to chemist, get them developed, post them off. Those days are gone. Side note, you could probably find a few niche film photographers out there. Essentially, them days are gone. You catch my drift. What's the deal now? We have digital cameras. I can take thousands and thousands of pictures. How are you going to get them? Well, let's get into that. With digital photography now, we have a couple of different options on how you're going to get your pictures. You can have them sent digitally, we could have them sent physically, or both. Now, what I mean by physically is printed out and sent to you. Digitally, well, I could send it on a USB stick. It's still kind of physical, but the digital files on a USB stick, I could email them to you, could upload them to Dropbox. Or the option that I like to use is something called Pixieset online galleries. So this is where Pixieset comes in, and to me there's some great advantages to it. Number one, everything just looks beautiful. Two, you're going to have control over who sees your pictures and importantly can download them. Three, with Pixieset we have client exclusive options for the connoisseur client. When it comes to downloading, you can download all the pictures or just the odd ones you like. 5. When it comes to prints, you can actually order it direct off the website. You just click on the picture you want, order it, done, through the post. Picture. Enjoy. 6. You can curate lists of your favourite pictures. So those are the highlights of Pixieset. Let's delve into now those options and get a bit more acquainted with how useful these options are to you. So, beautiful galleries. Pixieset is designed to work with any device basically. We all have a variety of options of screens, phone being a big influence on how we view things now. We've got the old computer screen, even on your TV now. Different size screens, different ratios, different ways of viewing things. So Pixieset is designed to work with all of them options. So whatever one you're viewing them on, they're going to look good. Now let's take an example of how it could look. Getting on to Ian and Amy's wedding here. To begin with, we got a beautifully nice big full screen image. Their names, Ian and Amy, when they got married, 29th of February 2020, just before this all, the big C word happened and I had to grow my hair out. So as we scroll down, you can see how the pictures are beautifully displayed to fit the maximum amount of pictures in for the screen you're using. So if I readjusted the screen size here and make it kind of feel like, if I can readjust the screen, more like a phone interface going on, we see how it's automatically resized this cover picture. All these pictures are now automatically resized to fit this screen window size I'm using, and it's pretty good, isn't it? So obviously we've got the big cover picture here. Just below we have different sets. These are the standard sets I use. Highlights, which is not all the pictures, it's just a selection of colour and black and white. Then we've got a colour set, which is all the colour pictures, a black and white set, which is going to be all the black and white images. When it loads, there we go, beautiful. And beautifully arranged as well again. We can then click on any of the images to enlarge them. Now what we can do, by going into here, we have a slideshow function, which is this little play button here. Now before we get into the slideshow, what you should do, this is my handy tip, get a playlist together of your favourite music that you know from your like first dance, music that inspires you and your partner, and have that playing. Then come in, click the slideshow. Oh, we can full screen it as well, and then enjoy the beautiful music as we work through the slideshow. And sit back and relax. Just enjoy.
care about the others.
Okay, enough of that. Secondly, we can set passwords. So we can allow certain people to see your pictures and other people to not, with the use of passwords. Now by default, I leave the highlights section not behind a password, so any guest that you share the link with or that comes onto my Pixieset page can view, but the colour and black and white, which would be all the pictures, remember highlights is just a selection of a few, the colour and black and white will be hidden behind a password. They'll be secured behind a password, so only those that you give the password to can have access to these pictures. Now if I go back out to the home page, this is the home page essentially, and what we can have is your album hidden or not visible. By default I make them visible, but we can have the option so that they're not visible and only those with the link will be able to find these pictures. When it comes to downloads then, well, it's only those that are going to have by default a PIN number, like a 4-digit PIN, are going to be able to download the pictures. Whether they want to download all the pictures or just the odd one picture, they're going to need by default a PIN. So this means that you have control over who downloads the pictures. So you can send out the link, share the pictures to be viewed by others with the password as well, but then you can not share the PIN so that they can't download them, they can only view them. One other useful feature is the share feature. So whether we go into enlarge, we have this little spinning arrow icon, so if we click on that we can then share this gallery or picture through Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, email. We can copy the link into a WhatsApp message. There's a variety of ways we can share these pictures with people. How will you get the password and PIN, I hear you ask? Well, the password and PIN will be sent to you in the email that I will send out when your pictures are ready, when they're in the gallery. So you'll have all the information in one place. You can then choose to forward that email to those that you want to have access to the secured stuff, so the stuff behind a password. Also send them the PIN if you want to, or not want to. Is completely up to you. The power is in your hands. Then we have guest v client access, and so let's just give this context. Guests v client access. If you are a guest, that means you can only access parts of the albums and sets that are open to you. So by default the highlights will be open to guests. The colour and black and white will not be viewable or anything downloadable by a guest. Client access would then be those, well, for yourself you would be a client, so you would have the password to be able to enter the colour and black and white sets. You would also have the PIN, so you'll be able to download the pictures you want. So that is the difference between guest and client access, is just that level of security. Now what we can do is have an extra level of security, and this is part of the client exclusive access feature type thing. So what we could do is we could put all of these sets behind a password. But what we could also do is have different passwords for different sets. Well, 2 levels of passwords. So we could make the highlights viewable by only guests with 1 password, or clients with 1 password, and then the colour and black and white could be then reserved for those that you closest friends and family that you wish to see all the pictures. So there's a variety of different levels of security and control you have. You can put passwords behind everything. You can limit access still behind extra passwords. You can hide the galleries from the home page. You can have a download PIN or not, that's up to you. There's a variety of options for you to choose from. Most of the time the default what I set works for most people, but if you want to change or adjust things, then just let me know. That is fine by me. Oh, one other thing you can do, you'll notice there's a variety of icons here just behind the cover image, and when you highlight over an image there's extra icons. One of them is to mark pictures private. Now, what you are doing is marking pictures private that are viewable by guests. So by default, that would only be the pictures in the highlights set. So for example, this first picture, you might decide that's a bit too racy. I don't want people seeing that. I mean, he's writing. I don't want people seeing me write. So what you could do, this little icon with the eye through it, we can either enlarge it and it's up here. In fact, I'd already marked it private, just playing around with it. We can enlarge it, and then up here, the eye with the line through, click on that, little green icon pops up. That means it's now private. So if you log in as a guest, you will not see this picture or any other pictures you wish to mark private. But again, just to reiterate, that's only with sets that guests can view. If you've given client access to other people, then they will be able to view all the pictures, even if you mark them private. Download options. How can I download my pictures? Well, you can either download them as individual pictures, as the whole gallery, or as we get onto, you can create curated favorites lists which you can download. So to begin with, downloading the gallery. So to download the gallery, under the cover image, we've got a little down arrow. Click on that. You will then need your email and PIN. I want to say that. So when you have got through that level of security, you have the options. You can download the sets you want. You can download them all. You can download one. You can download two. But you have the option to download all the sets. Keep in mind, highlights is a selection of pictures from colour and black and white. So you don't have to download the highlights one, but if you want to, you can. You can then choose the resolution. You can have high resolution, which will be at least 3600 pixels. So that's a very good resolution. Very good for printing. Or web size, which is 1024 pixels, I believe, which is ideally suited for social media, for just sending in emails. So you've got high resolution or web size, and then you have the option to download to your computer, to Dropbox or Google Photos. Now, what I highly suggest, and this is to do with backing up your pictures, is that one of the first things you do is download all the pictures. The main reason is we don't want you to lose your pictures. Images are going to be kept on Pixieset for at least a year after I put them on. After that time, I can't guarantee how much longer they're going to be on there, and really you should have them on your own computers anyway. And I say computers because you want to have them downloaded to more than one place. Download them to your main computer, download them to every single computer you have, a laptop, your iPads, whatever, download them. That's in case if you have a hard drive failure on your main PC and it's the only place you've saved it, you know you've got backups then. Also download them into the cloud. I highly suggest that. Dropbox, Google Photos, Apple versions, whatever they are. Just have a copy in the cloud. Please, please, please do that, because we do not want you to lose your photos ever. So multiple downloads in high resolution of all the sets, and then you know you're safe for the rest of your life. That's for downloading the whole collection. What you can also download is individual pictures. You can hover over it or enlarge it. The down arrow, again, download that, and all that will do is just download that single image as a JPEG onto your computer. It doesn't give you other options. By default, it will download as high resolution, I believe. Yeah, by default it will download a high resolution. We could change that, so we can change the options, so you could have it so there's no download pin. Yeah, we can change options, so for single picture download we don't have a download pin, and we can change the resolution so it's a lower resolution file like 1024, which is fine for social media, not ideal for print. So you can allow anyone to download pictures, but just a low resolution. Or as default there, you need the pin to download single images, or we can turn off the pin completely and you can just let whoever download whatever pictures they want. The option's up to you. Just get in touch with me and we can make security happen or not happen. It's up to you. What other options can we do? Well, we can order prints. So for example, I might really love this picture, you might not, but we can download a print of it. Not download, we can order a print of it by enlarging it or hovering over it. We got the little shopping cart trolley, click on that bad boy, and then we're taken to a variety of options of prints we can order. Now we can order multiple prints in different sizes on different mediums. The options are endless. We can go from a 6x4 photo print to metal, canvas, mounted prints that are 40 by 30 inches, which is a big size, a meter by 3/4 of a meter. Or order some massive prints or tiny prints, as many as you want, just add them to the cart, and there we go. Now when you order these are fulfilled, they're printed by a pro printing lab in the UK and sent to everywhere in Europe. If there are any problems, then ideally you need to directly contact the printing lab if you have the information, or if not, get in contact with me and I'll try and help you sort your order out. Also, regards printing quality, it's going to be super high quality. It's a pro printing lab in the UK, so you will get good quality prints that come through well packaged and protected. So one of the last options we have is curating favorite lists, or just creating different lists. Now it might be you want a list of pictures to buy or to send to certain members of your family, like your parents or your cousins or friends, and so for each person or couple you're going to want to send different selection of pictures to them. So what we can do is the heart by the picture, we can click on that, and when you're signed into your account, you put your email in, it's going to remember your list, and you can create more than one list, which is the super handy thing. So I might want to use that one and that one and that one, say, and then I come up to here, the little heart, and that's going to take me to that list. Now within that list I can then click on each individual one and order prints. I can make notes on each picture. I can then also share this curated list with someone. I can email it to them, get a link to send a WhatsApp link to someone, or send to a photographer. If you are wanting a photo album, this is super handy because it's a way for you to tell me the pictures you really want in that photo album. But also it's a good way, what we can do is create another list of pictures you don't want, pictures I do not want in my album. So then I can make a list of pictures. I go, oh, I really don't like this one. Put that in the list of pictures I do not want. Might be, oh, I don't like that one either. I'll put that one in the pictures I do not want. So then you can send them to the photographer as well as the list for pictures you do want, and then that can help me to. Well, that was really annoying. The video stopped working and I didn't know, so I've had to re-record this last bit, and it's just so close to the end, so bear with me. Basically what I was saying, it's a very powerful tool for us to be able to collaborate on making your wedding album together. I know what pictures you want, what you don't want. I can use them as a guideline to create your wedding album and have something special that you're really going to love. So Pixieset is a really powerful tool. Digital photography has changed everything really, especially wedding photography, and being able to deliver your pictures over the internet and give you so many options on what you want to do with your pictures. So it's amazing, and I'm sure with the time and future these options are only going to get more numerous with what we can do. So hopefully that's given you an understanding of how you're going to get your pictures and what you can do with them. So many options as you've seen, and yeah, amazing. So thanks for watching. My real name is James, but you just call me Jamie. It's my name!